everyone, this is Flo from FutilitiesMore.com, and today's video is a makeup tutorial but also a mini review about the foundation that I am wearing right now. And this foundation is something very specific because this is not a regular foundation, but this is a BB cream. The BB cream that I am going to be using is from Skin79, and this is this cute and very sleek packaging. This is from Skin79, as I told you, and this is Super Plus Triple Function. So this is a new one. This foundation is made for oily skin, so it matched for me because I have very oily T area. The T area is this area, the forehead, the nose and the chin. I have a very oily T-zone, so this BB cream will allow me to control my sebum, and it also works pretty well for my dry cheeks. And I think this BB cream is nice for me, and which is great is that I have freckles, I have imperfections, I have pimples everywhere, and it helps me to hide that a little bit more because it is medium to full coverage, and this is easy to apply and buildable, and it melts onto your skin, so I think this is pretty nice. It is also very thick, and it can be used like a concealer. One thing I don't like is the fact that this BB cream is very light. I already have light skin, and this BB cream makes my skin much more lighter. I don't understand why it's so light, because it really gives you the zombie effect, and I have to put a lot of bronzer and blush to regulate that, but yeah, it's okay because it oxidates, but not too much, I think. One other thing that I don't like is the fact that you have some creasing here at the end of the day, so I am pretty sure that I have to verify and to check that throughout the day. So this is a little bit annoying because I think this is pretty bad and not really pretty, but you can control that because if you have a brush with you, you can smoothen a little bit everything. And one other thing which is different from the description of this BB cream is the finish, but for me it's okay, but they say that the finish is matte, but I don't think it's matte. It's more a satin finish. It's something that gives you a dewy finish but not shiny. I have to mattify that because I am not a big fan of a very glowy finish, but overall I like this BB cream. I think it does its job, especially it controls my sebum on my forehead and the nose area, which is really great. It moisturizes my cheeks, it whitens your skin because it's very light. And there is another thing that this BB cream does: it helps you to reduce your wrinkles. And one other thing that is interesting with this BB cream is the fact it has SPF 50, so this is really high, and with that it will help you to not darken your freckles and not to darken your blemishes and your imperfection and your scars. So I think this is very interesting, and perhaps because it has a sun protection, it has a little bit of a sticky finish at the end, but as I told you before, if you use setting powder, this is okay. Before I go more in details with this BB cream, I want to talk a little bit more about this look. This is a very quick look, so I think you will like it. I think this will be very convenient, especially when you are in a hurry to go to work or to school. And I think this is appropriate for teenagers because it's very natural, simple, and you don't use intense shades. I use only brown eyeliner, matte eyeshadow. As you can see, my lips are very natural. It's almost the same color as my lips. And I will also work on my face and on my skin to give a more polished look. And everything is more about enhancing your look, your natural features. You want to look more polished and better than you are naturally, but people can recognize you, so I think this is important, contrary to night looks where you are completely different. I like this look for work because it's something really quick, so you can do that in a hurry in 5 minutes. And what I like is that it gives you a nice polished look, so that it's natural but not too much, and this is something chic and very easy to do. So now let's start. So now we can start, and I'm going to be using my round top kabuki brush. This is a synthetic brush and this is very handy and so much more faster than using your fingers. When I apply my foundation, I always start by the center of the face and I spread out to the outer part of the face, so that you don't apply products on all over the face, and you can avoid, by doing that, any arch demarcation between the chin and the neck, so that you don't have two colors and it's more natural. You can also see that I use this BB cream as a concealer because this is pretty thick and it is medium to full coverage. After one layer, I add a little bit more product on my cheeks because, as you can see, my freckles are very visible. What I don't like about my freckles is that it doesn't give me an even look, so I try to hide that a little bit. And now with a little bit of product, I use that as a concealer because, as you can see, I have some pimples in certain areas, and I try to avoid to see that too much. And I will insist by adding a real concealer after that because it's really too visible. And here I use again a little bit of BB cream because I have some scars and some imperfections. You can notice that this BB cream is very light and that it gives me a dead look. That's why I am going to be using bronzer after that. You can see that I also put some product on my lids because it helps the eyeshadow to stay put better and longer. It's like a primer because BB cream is really thick. It's a lot of moisturizing product inside, and yeah, I think it really helps the eyeshadow to be more intense. After the application of the BB cream, I like to use a setting powder because this one is a little bit sticky and I like to have a matte finish. Next, I am going to apply a full face of bronzer because, as you can see, I'm very pale. And this one is from Tarte and this is Amazonian Clay Pork Army Princess, but this one is matte. And I always start by contouring my face with this tapered brush from Sigma, and I try to blend that the maximum because I don't want to look like orange. And I apply that on the roots of my hair, on my cheek, and everywhere where the sun hit my face. I think this step is very important because, as you can see, this is very white, and it helps me to have a more healthy look at the same time. And be careful, don't forget the L of your nose because you don't want to have white stains in this area. And yeah, I put bronzer everywhere. Next, I add a little bit more bronzer on my nose area here because it's sometimes hard to reach, and I don't want to have white stains, so I try to contour my nose to give some depth and definition. I also add a little bit of bronzer on my eye area because my monolith is pretty flat. And to finish, I add a little bit more concealer because I have this horrible pimple which is still very visible. At last we can start the makeup, and this step won't be long. It's about 5 minutes I think, and I always start by redefining my eyebrows, because as you can see there are some gaps, and I always try to draw something more even. I think when you draw your eyebrows it gives you a more polished look, so that's why I always do that. Next I am using a highlighter, and this is a shroom from MAC, and it gives me more 3D effects. And I apply this light color only on my brow bone, and this one is Naked Lunch. This is a pretty peachy pink color, pretty light. It's almost the same color as my skin, and I apply that all over the lid. It helps me to even the lid, and I think this is better because it also gives a good transition between the darker color that I will put after and the lightest one. Next, this is Quarry, and I love the shade because this is a matte color. This is a muted purple brown color. This is really pretty, I think, because it's really subtle, and I think it really gives me more definition. Next, with a pencil brush, I still use Quarry, and I join the lower lash line to the upper lash line, and I try to give more definition to the eye, and I stop at the 4/3 of the eye. With this technique I also increase the size of the eyes. My eyes looks longer and more defined. Next I'm going to apply this light color that I use also for my brow bone, and it helps me to open up my eye and to give more life onto my eyes. Next, to give more definition, I am going to be using a brown eyeliner this time, and this eyeliner is really nice because this is a drugstore product, but it really glides well. A brown eyeliner is very nice for young girls and to be more natural because yeah, it's less visible and less intense. And even if my lid goes on my lashes, you can see a significant difference between the size of my left eye and my right eye. I also like to line the lower lash line because it gives more definition. I always join the lower lash line to the upper lash line to give the illusion that my eye is longer. And to give a more natural look, I like to smudge that a little bit. It creates a more smoky effect, and it's more natural. Next, I'm curling my lashes because they are really straight and short, and yeah, I really need that. And next I am applying this mascara that I review on my blog. I like that because this is a small one, and I think this is more convenient for small eyes like mine because I can reach some areas which are really hard to reach. And as usual, I always put mascara on my lower lashes. Now we are done with the eyes, and I'm going to apply a little bit of blush. This one is from MAC. This is Mineralized Skin Finish in Blonde. This is a limited edition, and I love that because this is a gradient pink color. As you can see, it goes from light pink to something more intense, and I like to mix that a little bit like this and apply that on the upper of my cheeks, and it gives me a nice glow. I think this is really a spring and summer feeling, and I really love it. If you put too much product, you can remove the excess with a big brush like this. Next, and this is the last step, I'm using my Maybelline lipstick, and this color is Warm Me Up. This is a pretty pink color, very natural, and I really love that because it's creamy and the color is gorgeous. So it's finished now, and this is a completed look. As you can see, it was really quick and very easy, I think. And yeah, I think this goes for everyone. I love this glow on my cheeks and here too. And I think this BB cream does its job because it gives me a very even look. It controls my sebum. It also moisturizes my dressed cheeks. It covers my imperfections, and this is buildable. And I think for me this is something interesting to try out. I think this look is very easy and quick to achieve and appropriate for many occasions. I think this is the kind of go-to look that you can wear all the time. I hope you will like this look and this mini review. As usual, you know that you can read the review of this BB cream on my site, and I will show you some picture before and after the application, and also you can see more picture of this look and more details. I hope you will like this look, and see you next time.